In this video, I'm going to cover one of the Solana gaming projects that I'm incredibly excited about. They are releasing an NFT soon, and I have a feeling this is going to be an instant mint out. It's going to be a very, very competitive mint. And this game just looks absolutely amazing. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Shash, and I cover NFT projects in this YouTube channel. I'm mostly focused on Solana gaming NFTs, and these are the projects I myself am trying to get involved with. So guys, if you want the latest on Solana gaming alpha, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So let's get right into it. So what is Guild Saga? So Guild Saga is an NFT-based fantasy RPG built on the Solana blockchain, right? And if you look at it, it looks pretty incredible. And they basically announced the project around a week ago, but they've been building it for a while. So if we go on their Twitter, we can see a ton of footage. Right over here, you can see some of the gameplay they have, and it looks really, really fun. It looks really good. It actually looks like they've been developing this for quite a while, and this isn't just some new project with no gameplay footage. So that's one of the things I look for when I'm about to invest in a project, is whether they actually have gameplay or not. If a project has no gameplay footage or no screenshots, then typically that means that they're very far away from release, while in this case they've been building and they're on track. They're actually on track to release a demo first half of 2022. So one of the big points they make in their white paper is that they're focused on gaming first and then play to earn after that, right? So their whole goal is to make a really fun game first and then worry about the play to earn aspect of it later. Now with Guild Saga, the way they're fundraising is by releasing an NFT. Now they say in certain parts of their white paper and website that it's over 3,000 NFTs. Over here they say that mint-size date and price will be decided at a later date. So it's not clear what the supply is, but I would imagine they would probably end up somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 at least, based on the fact that there's so much demand, right? They easily have over 5,000 members in their Discord now, and I think this is just going to keep growing because this is such a promising looking project. So now the way the game works is there are three modes. There's the story mode, which is kind of like your standard RPG story. And then there's a sort of arena mode where you can go by yourself, or you can also fight with teammates, right? So you can build like a little team to go fight in this mode. And then the last mode is player versus player. So it's a 4v4 mode, and then players use the same characters, the same stats as their single player mode to basically fight in this player versus player mode. And it's essentially in a ranked ladder system where higher rank see increased earning potential, while lower rank see lower earning potential. So it kind of sounds like if you're, basically a top ranked player, you fight against other top ranked players and you earn more from that. One of the key points they do mention in their white paper is that earnings are based on skill. So this is a game that will reward people who get good at it. It's not just a game where, you just can be complete crap and make a lot of money. So they've clearly decided to focus on the hardcore gamer as their kind of target audience versus everybody. Now the native token in this game is called GGLD. It's basically earned by winning battles, completing quests, and otherwise progressing through the story mode, through the arena, and the PvP system as well, right? So you can have 4-player co-op, as I mentioned, and the combat is basically turn-based, right? So it's similar to a game like Final Fantasy Tactics. You have movement points that can kind of help you move into different places in the basically the arena, and then you have action points which are consumed by using skills. So skills kind of sound like they're attacks or moves, and this is pretty interesting, right? It's basically sounds like a fun RPG game, a turn-based RPG game like we've all played. Now players are rewarded in the story mode through tokenized loot as well as GGLD, but it sounds like tokenized loot is basically in-game items, and then GGLD is a token you get for completing bigger things like a quest or winning a major battle. And there are also a lot of different gameplay activities, right? So there's not just fighting and the standard RPG basically combat game. There's also fishing, mining. You can go steal stuff. There's crafting, there's cooking, there's blacksmithing. So that sounds really, really fun. it sounds like there's multiple ways of getting good at this game. So one of the things I love about this game is the keep system. So it's basically when you start the game or when you're early in the game, you have the opportunity to buy a piece of land, or you can get it through completing a really tough quest. And this piece of land can be built into a keep, right? So you basically will use the token to repair and upgrade your keep. And by improving your keep, you get status, which seems like an off-chain currency that opens up new game storylines and game opportunities. And then you'll also receive perks based on what you build in your keep. So to give you an example, if you build a library, you'll basically get skill books, right? So a librarian will generate skill books. It will basically get access to new quests. You'll get talent books, you'll get magic scrolls, and essentially you'll get more opportunities to play the game and have fun, interesting quests, as well as earn GGLD. Then you can also build a kitchen. So it's like you get cooking related tools, ingredients, recipes. You can hire a chef to work in the kitchen to passively earn the food consumables. So that to me sounds amazingly interesting, right? Like I love those kind of games where you build things. I've loved games like Age of Empires or any of these kind of games where you're building something, right? Whether it be an empire or even a building, or even The Sims, right? Where you have your little house and you buy furniture and so on. And honestly, this game by itself, without the crypto side of it, I want to play it. And so based on the white paper, it looks like you have to defend your keep. So you can actually upgrade it, which is so cool because you can have characters that kind of defend it, and you can build walls to improve defensibility. I really love it. It reminds me kind of Fallout. I think there was one Fallout game where you can build your own kind of like little fort or your little own home base. And I think that was Fallout New Vegas, or one of those, maybe it was Fallout 4, but that's really awesome. Now let's quickly talk about the status system. So status is basically an off-chain currency. It's kind of like the strength of your keep, right? So it triggers in-game events, right? So you get tributes offered by nearby lords, merchants, and religious figures. You get invited to business endeavors, get attacked by rival lords. You get offers for marriages and alliances, and you get to do large-scale battles with opposing houses based on decisions made by the player. So you basically get more opportunities to play the game. So status and GGLD is also earned passively by the keep. So it sounds like you go out there in the world, you do these things, you earn GGLD, then you upgrade your keep, and then you earn more GGLD. And the fact that you can earn passive GGLD for a strong keep is pretty amazing. So I love that aspect of it because this game is already amazing, but the fact that you could get into it and start making money with it, I honestly think I'm just gonna end up playing this game for hundreds of hours, right? Which probably isn't good for making money, but at least I'll be getting paid somewhat for it, right? So this seems super addicting, and I can imagine some major dollars being made. Another cool aspect of this project is guilds, right? So players can spend GGLD to create a guild. So you can build a guild where you have other members. So you can build like this whole kind of like team, and this kind of like, you know, similar to guilds in World of Warcraft or these other games, and you have guild specific quests, and together you'll earn GGLD. You can have a common guild to share weapons, go on quests. So it sounds really fun, and I'll already be hitting up my friends to build a little guild. So let's talk about the NFTs, right? So according to their white paper, over 3,000 Guild Saga heroes. So they haven't decided on the exact number from what I gather, right? So on their Discord, essentially the first 5,000 people get a role. So it seems like there's an initial mint of 1,000. So the first 1,000 get the opportunity to do an initial mint, and then there's 5,000. So then those 5,000 get an opportunity to also mint as well. So it's 5,000 total. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a 3,000 supply. Clearly there's enough demand where they could do like a 5,000 or even 8,000 supply or even 10,000 supply and still have it sell out. Obviously the supply will be figured out at a later point. For me personally, I think 5,000 to 7,000 is a great supply. I think getting into 10,000 is where the floor price, starts kind of stagnating. And I found that Solana projects, at least, usually in the 5,000 to 6,000 point, really do well and build up a lot of momentum. Let's quickly talk about what the NFTs allow you to do. So first of all, you can play them in game. Second of all, you get an earning boost, so you get more GGLD earned for yourself and your guild. You get GGLD airdrops, so if you hold these NFTs, you basically get airdropped tokens, which is pretty big, right? Like getting airdrop tokens is never a bad thing. Obviously, we don't know the details of what percentage of airdrops are for holders versus VCs or so on. We don't really know details on that. However, that is a pretty big perk. and also airdropped NFTs. So if you hold one of these early NFTs, right, the initial collection, you get airdrop in-game items that you can use. You'll get an early game advantage, so you'll be starting with better equipment probably, and you'll also have the status of having the OG NFTs. If this starts getting big, and there is the potential for that, right? I see this as a potential game that could have hundreds of thousands or millions of gamers on it, then obviously having one of those OG hero avatars is going to be of value. Now, one thing they do say in their white paper that's very, very clear is, I'm actually gonna show it to you guys. Now, one thing they do say is Guild Hero NFTs do not generate income related to the efforts of the Guild Saga development team. Everything earned with and the value derived from Guild Hero NFTs require the time, effort, and skill of the NFT holders. So it seems like you do get basically the early airdrop and these early benefits. However, you're not going to get revenue share from the game itself. They are very clear that, hey, if you want to play this game and you want real long-term value, you do want to maximize that by actually getting good at the game and maximizing it. That being said, I still think this NFT is a no-brainer buy because people are going to want to play this game. This will give them early access to it, and you do get a bunch of benefits that probably are worth the price of the mint, right? Like even if the mint is 2 Solana, I'm sure what the airdrop is going to be worth more than that. So in my head, it's a no-brainer to mint this. I think this is going to be a great project with tons of demand. I don't know if it's going to go to 100 Sol like Shadowy Supercode or anything like that, because those projects are basically revenue share, right? This isn't revenue share, so I do see upside, but I don't see like that 100x upside. But again, I could be wrong, right? Like maybe the team will deliver a huge airdrop, right? So who knows? But in my opinion, at the very least, this project is going to do quite well. Like this is going to be one of the major gaming projects on Solana, just because of the fact that it looks so damn fun to play, right? Like most of these gaming projects don't look anywhere as fun as this, right? Like if you just look at their basically Twitter, there's just so many previews where I'm like, I just want to play this, you know? This is really, really cool. So let's talk about tokenomics real quick. So with the tokenomics, obviously you get it for the single player story, for the arena mode, for the player versus player mode, and also for the keep, right? However, the team hasn't figured out the tokenomics or the emissions. They haven't figured out how it works, right? They do mention staking rewards as well, which sounds interesting, but overall it kind of sounds like at this point, tokenomics is not a priority, which honestly is fine because these guys are making a really fun game and their priority is on making a great game first and then figuring out tokenomics after. And I think this is a welcome, refreshing kind of thing in the NFT world because everybody's obsessed with tokenomics, while these guys are focused on building a fun project that will be adopted by the mainstream gaming community. So let's quickly talk about the team. So the team seems like they're fairly anonymous. That's pretty standard in the Solana space. However, any project with a fully doxed team like Panzer Dogs is an instant buy for me. So, you know, it's not a huge deal, but if they had that, that would be a 10 out of 10. Overall, this project is a 9 out of 10 for me. I will absolutely be minting this project or trying to. I'm sure it's going to be a very competitive mint. So the only major long-term challenge I see is obviously making sure the game is fun, but I think they will get that because this game looks really fun. The major challenge I see is figuring out how to do the tokenomics properly and the in-game economy. With any of these gaming projects, there needs to be a supply side and a demand side. So there needs to be people who'd rather buy the token and then use it in-game, and people who'd rather earn the token and then maybe even sell it so then they can actually earn some money. So there needs to be that double-sided supply and demand side. And actually the biggest part of that is making the game fun, because when a game is really fun, I'd rather spend 20 bucks on getting the cool thing faster rather than having to grind it out for a couple hours, while other people would rather grind it out for the 5 or 6 hours because it's actually worth their time, right? So as long as you have that double-sided of it where, you know, basically people can earn money and some people are willing to trade time for money and some people are willing to trade basically money for accelerated progress, I think the project will do well. So guys, this game looks insanely fun. Go check out their website. I have the link to their website. I have the link to their Discord and Twitter. Go check out all of those resources and make sure to give me a subscribe and comment below with the next project you want me to cover. I'd love to cover more Solana gaming projects.